Yeah, the saying is, it is always good to be a small fish in a big pond. Many a times in our own schools, we may be like a big fish in a small pond. We may be toppers, or in a small strength, we may be something extraordinary. But sometimes that may lead to complacency. We may think that I'm the best, or I'm good enough. I don't think there are better people outside. But these kind of inter-school interactions will make us come to reality and identify that there are many talented people, and at the same time understand I have also got lot of talent. It is only a matter of utilizing them to the fullest extent. So these are some of the objectives of this program, to help students get an exposure to what the outside world is in terms of competition, and to also give them confidence that yes, all of you also have these skills. It's only a matter of nurturing them. Yes, that way. So I'll share my screen. I'll read out my introduction. Then we'll get started about this NTSC, what NTSC is, how these classes are going to be held, and towards after that, we're going to cover one of the most important things for students and parents. If parents are there with the children, I think there's nothing better than that, because I'm going to speak on some important things about how to decide your career. Many a times children, when we ask them, they say, this is my interest, I want to do something in computer science, in aerospace, etc. But let it not be a choice made out of some sudden enthusiasm. Let it be an informed choice. So we are going to see what are the pointers that you should be looking at before deciding your career path. Okay, so that also we will cover. So our seminar today will have mainly three things. First is about NTSC, how our classes are going to be held, and that will be the first part. Then the second part is about career, and towards the end, we'll also tell you how Arjuna Academy can also help you that way. All right. So this is my introduction. In the middle, in case anybody has any questions, you can send it on the chat. I'll be looking at the chat. So in that way, the flow will not be lost. At the same time, your questions won't go out of your memory. You can send it on chat. And if you want me to repeat anything, you can also feel free to unmute and ask questions. Yes, preferably a chat would help, because I'll see the questions and answer it along with the session. But if something is very pressing, all of you can feel free to unmute and ask also. All right. So this is my humble introduction. I'm Harish PK. I'm the CEO and founder of Arjuna Academy for Achievers. My academic credentials: I completed my BTech from NIT Surathkal in the year 2011 from the Department of Electronics and Communication. I worked as a senior design engineer with Cadence Systems India between 2011 to 2017, and I have also got a US patent under my name in the field of temperature sensors IP. Okay, I had filed it in 2016, and 2019 the patent was approved. A patent is your own invention. Yes, can you please disable this? Yes, thank you, thank you. Patent is one's own innovation in a particular field. I was fortunate to file a US patent and get it approved in the field of temperature sensors IP. And along with Arjuna Academy, I also have completed my Bhakti Shastri course, which is a systematic study of the Bhagavad Gita. And during my student life, I was guided by plenty of good teachers, and therefore it made it easy for me to have a lot of good academic achievements. Some of them are In Karnataka CET, I was able to secure a state rank of 55. In AIEEE, now we call that as JEE mains, state rank of 51, all India rank of 2500. In BITS Pilani, all India rank of 31. BITS is Birla Institute of Technology. They have a separate exam. ComEdK state rank 47. IIT JEE, now it is called JEE Advanced. Those days it was called IIT JEE, all India rank of 3008. Math Olympiad, all India rank 17. Also, my passion is always to present seminars in institutes like IISc, IIT Madras, NIT, RV College of Engineering, PS Bangalore, etc., on both career guidance as well as personality development. So that is my humble introduction. And now, why this? What is in it for us by preparing for NTSE? We had shared this write up to your schools. I think it was shared to you all, but I'm just going to also show it in case some of the students are not aware. We'll first speak about, in short, about what is NTSE, why is it going to, how is it going to help you all, and then we'll speak about what is the program, timings, who are the teachers who will be handling these classes, and what do we expect from students, because this is almost a 25 to 30-day free workshop for all of you. So there's a saying in English, when much is given, much is expected too. So when something is given without any charges, we expect only one thing, which is utmost commitment and sincerity from the students. So we'll elaborate a little more on that, how to attend the classes, make sure that these classes are effective, etc. Okay. So now I'll share something about NTSC. So yes, NTSC. We had shared this PDF to the school principals, and requested students to register for this exam. I can say that NTSC is one of the most complete exam. Okay, why it is the most complete exam for a student? Because it tests a student on all fronts. On all fronts, it tests a student, not just for science or math, also for social science, for general aptitude, etc. Now, a question for the students, or for the parents, and in case there are any teachers also. Have you all heard about the theory of multiple intelligence? Anybody? You can unmute and speak. I'll give you time, maybe 20-30 seconds. Theory of multiple intelligence. Has anybody heard about it? Okay. So
Is it differentiating performances?
Not just that. If you look at our school education, right? Our school education mainly focuses on one or two aspects of intelligence. I'll show it on Google for all of you. It's so easy. This one, what is that? Theory of multiple intelligences. See, this is Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. I'll just click on this. You'll see here. So why I call NTSC as one of the most complete is because these are the different types of intelligence which everyone has. Uh, Many a times our education is based on linguistic intelligence, where you write the board exams nicely in points. That is tested. How good your expressive skills are. And in mathematics and physics, to some extent, it is also based on logical and problem solving. So if you look at our current education system, especially the board exams, etc., it more or less speaks about logical, mathematical intelligence as well as linguistic intelligence. But a human brain has all these different types of intelligence. Spatial intelligence. Spatial intelligence means it's given here, visualizing the world in 3 dimension. There are some people you will see, the the moment the moment you go to a room, some students I've seen, and you'll see some elders also, the moment they go into a room, they'll immediately say, hey, here probably the photo can be changed here, clock can be put there, this curtain doesn't look good, you can put a curtain of this color. This is spatial intelligence. So the moment they see something, they can visualize in a 3D that what will fit where best. Uh, and they can either visualize it in the mind or they'll put it in pen and paper and give a design. So this is spatial intelligence. And obviously, if you develop your spatial intelligence and if you figure out that your spatial intelligence is very good, can you all only tell me what are the fields that will open up for you? What do you feel can be a good career choice if your spatial intelligence is very good? You yourselves can tell me.
Sir, architecture.
Very good. Architecture. Then what else?
Interior designer, maybe.
Very good. Interior design. Then civil engineer also. Mechanical engineering also, because mechanical engineering also has a lot of visualization. But along with those, you need to be good in physics for mechanical engineering, right? So this is spatial intelligence. And NTSE has few chapters in MAT, mental ability, which helps you to develop that spatial intelligence. Okay, like they'll give you some 4 figures and they'll ask you to identify what is the pattern between these 4 figures, and you will have to guess what is the next figure. So that's developing your spatial intelligence. Yes, so that's why I call NTSE as a complete exam. It has chapters on trying to cover up many things. There's spatial intelligence, of course. Then there's also logical, mathematical, and linguistic intelligence also is tested through verbal reasoning, etc. So it focuses on many things. Of course, some of the things that it doesn't focus on are these 3. And for these 3, you'll need to go and learn spiritual stuff. Intrapersonal, intrapersonal intelligence means understanding what your mind is, who you are. Like many a times, we ourselves think, who am I? Why? Because tomorrow will be your end term exam, and today is like IPL final, or tomorrow is your midterm and today is IPL final. You know that you have to study for the exam, but you'll still end up watching IPL. So then you'll get confused. Hey, why am I doing this crazy thing? I know it's not good for me, but still I'm doing this. Why? That's because our mind is forcing us to do something. So who are you? Who is your mind? How do you deal with the mind? Those things are all spoken of in intrapersonal. NTSC doesn't have that aspect. And interpersonal. Interpersonal means how do you deal with others? Sometimes as teenagers, I can recollect in my own teenage when parents would give an advice, I would give such a stare that it was as if that the third eye of Lord Shiva was opened and parents are going to be burned to ashes. Okay, so sometimes we are insensitive on how to react to others. When somebody else speaks harshly, we very soon get affected. We cry, we say that he did not understand me. But when we speak harshly to others, when we speak something very outrageous, we just don't understand that the other person will also feel hurt. So developing that becomes part of interpersonal intelligence. Okay, but nonetheless, NTSC mental ability has chapters on spatial intelligence, linguistic, logical, of course, and you'll see that many fronts. Most important is it helps you to develop your common sense, aptitude, basically. Yes. So going back to the write-up of NTSC. So it's one of the most complete exam and a prestigious one in India. It measures an individual's strength and weakness on all the concepts that he has learned at school and learned so far in life. Okay, simple things like we have a chapter on angle between minute hand and hour hand. If I ask you a simple question, what is the angle between the minute and hour hand at 3 o'clock? What is the answer? at 3 p.m.
90 degree.
90 degree, no need of calculation. But if I ask at 3:15, 3:16, 3:20, then there needs to be some calculation. Yes. So how do we get that? That's a part of, that's one chapter. This is basically common sense. It's going to be fun. We are going to learn many new things. You'll enjoy mental ability. And every year close to 3 lakh students write. And in Karnataka, okay, there are 2 rounds, as you're aware, and 3 lakh students write every year, and out of them 1,000 students those days, but now more and more they are selecting for second round. I mean, finally 1,000 students are awarded scholarships. Okay, 1,000 students are awarded scholarships every year in Karnataka. Out of last year, I think more than 1 lakh participated from Karnataka alone, and from India, it was more than close to almost 8 to 9 lakhs actually. 8 lakh, I think, almost. So out of these 8 lakh children, some of them qualify for the second round. From Karnataka last year, 370 students were qualified for the second round of NTSE. So I can recollect my experience as a student. In those days, NTSE exam was available for 8th, 9th, 10th, all of them. Okay, when I took my NTSE in the 8th standard, I got a state rank of 10,000 or something. Only some 50,000 students wrote. So I felt very discouraged because I did not go prepared for the exam. And although I was a topper in my school, I understood my marks was more of a reflection of my memorization ability rather than my application skills. So next year I went and prepared better, got a rank of around 1,000 odd or 1,800, something like that. And then in 10th standard, around 1 lakh students wrote. I was preparing again. And that year I got around 400 or 500 rank, just missed the second stage. So that gave me a lot of confidence, because all the while I was thinking, I'm from a state syllabus school. I'm not so good at basics compared to the CBSE, ICSE students. But preparing for this helped me to understand where I stand. And with that confidence, I started preparing for my JE and NEET also. So that's something that NTSE will help you to do. And how does your MAT, general aptitude, benefit you? If you ask your parents, what is the first round in any campus recruitments, any placements, company placements, the first round in most of the campus recruitments is aptitude test, because there will be hundreds of people applying for a job. To conduct a technical interview directly will be very cumbersome. So they keep an aptitude round to see who has good common sense and reasoning abilities and screen out those people. So preparing for mental ability will help you in your placements. It will help you to crack the most prestigious exam, one of the most, called CAT, which is an entrance exam for IIM, Indian Institute of Management, because it has an entire section on general aptitude. General aptitude forms a major chunk of the CAT exam. And as I said, it also helps one in interior design and architecture courses. Preparing for social science helps one to take up exams like IAS, IPS, etc. And preparing for science and math will obviously help you for JE, CET, NEET, etc. What about the scholarships? So, as I said, there are 2 rounds. The first round is conducted by the Karnataka state government, and 300 to 400 students every year they select for the second round. So if you do make it to the second round, you will get a one-time scholarship from TVS company. That's around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees. Okay, they give you a one-time scholarship. And in the second round, if you get within top 1,000 or 2,000, based on the participation, the government NCRT decides how many people should be awarded scholarships. If you get through in the second round, you will be given a certificate with a title NTSE Scholar. Now, what is that title going to do? We'll see that. And apart from that, you will get continuous scholarships also. We're going to see what all the government does. Okay. will we have revised portions or the entire portions? Okay, for NTSE, as I said, the first round is based on the state syllabus. So in state syllabus textbook, yeah, they haven't told very clearly, but usually for all these exams, they may also question on the deleted chapters. Although our first priority will be to become thorough with whatever chapters are covered in the schools. Okay. So if you ask me, are they never going to ask? No. Even for JE this year, the question paper committee has clearly said all the deleted chapters are also going to be part of the JE. So competitive exams generally they don't dilute the standard, irrespective of whether board syllabus is diluted or not. Coming back, central government awards scholarships until your doctoral level. So in case you become an NTSE scholar, from 11th standard onwards, you will get monthly scholarships. Okay, rupees 500 per month for scholars from standard 11 onwards. And as you graduate and complete 11th, 12th, when you go to your degree, the scholarships will increase. When you do your post degree, post graduation, it will increase further. If you do your PhD, it will increase further. So uh, that way. So this is the advantage with being an NTSE scholar. And other advantages, it will instill confidence, and almost every classmate of yours at IIT is an NTSE topper or a scholar. So studying to become an NTSE scholar is about understanding concepts clearly, and even those who have cracked CAT, AIPMT, CLAT, etc., many of them are NTSE scholars. Okay. Yes, whether it will be online or offline, government, the SSLC board hasn't still given us clarity. We are also waiting. I think it will be offline only, because online, state government will find it too tough to coordinate. That's how it's looking at. Now look at the other advantages of becoming an NTSE scholar. When you apply for higher studies in US, it will act as a major differentiator. Okay, what are some of the most prestigious US universities? What are they? Can anyone name US most famous universities in US?
Yeah, my
MIT, How do you pronounce that?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Yes, that's one of the best for science and research. Then Stanford, then Berkeley, then we also have Harvard for management. All of them, right? If you Google up, you'll see lot of scholarships are given to people. Yeah, it will help for IIT also, surely. And scholarships are given for those who, not just, if you look at foreign universities, they don't look at marks alone, although that is major. They look at your CBSE grades or your ICSE grades or state grades also. But along with that, these other additional things add a lot of value. Okay. And in India also, some prestigious universities have reserved seats exclusively for NTSE scholar. Example, Indian Institute of Science. If you want to do research at IISc, in 11th standard, you'll have to write an exam called KVPY. But if you're an NTSE scholar, the entire process of writing KVPY is ruled out. You get a direct entrance. Yes. So, but you'll have to still clear the interview. So these are some advantages, and mainly it'll give you confidence. And if somebody says, I want to contribute to the nation through joining defense in the technical side, you'll have to write an exam called NDA, after which you can become an Air Force aerospace engineer or naval engineer, etc. And to get a seat in NDA, NTSE scholars enjoy separate benefits. And scholars enjoy discounts on course materials at high school level. So they can buy some important expensive books like that. So these are all the different advantages, okay, of being an NTSE scholar. And all of you know this NTU. Where is this NTU university? This is one of the famous university in Singapore. Okay, You can get admissions at NTU Singapore under the student exchange program if you're an NTSE scholar. Okay. So these are all the advantages of being an NTSE scholar. All right. Any questions, students? Oh, how will it help in IIT? In IIT, it will not help you directly for admissions, but it will help you to gain confidence. That way. Okay. Any questions, or can we proceed? Okay. So the NTSE exam comprises of two levels: mental ability test and scholastic aptitude test. And MAT consists of 100 questions. Okay, it's not 90, it is 100 and 100. And SAT also consists of 100 questions, out of which 40 questions will come from social studies, 40 questions will come from science, and 20 questions will come from mathematics. So that is how this SAT is divided: 40 questions from social, 40 from science, and that 40 from science is like 13 physics, 13 chemistry, and 14 biology, something like that. Okay. So, and social, again, we have history 10, geography 10, then we have political science, economics, then we have social, what is it, sociology, and what else is there? Anything else that I've forgotten in social?
Studies.
Business studies, yeah, business studies. All of them put together, but history and geography have 10 marks each, and remaining all have 5 marks, so that will make it 40. So that's how the NTSE paper is. There is no negative marking for the first round. For second round, there is negative marking. Okay. So this is about the NTSE stage 1 and the pattern, etc. Any questions, students?
No, sir.
Okay, then of course, if you go get through stage 1, you can also attempt stage 2, which will be at national level. All right. So how are we going to run our classes? Because SAT, that means your PCMB, physics, chemistry, math, biology, and social science, you will cover to some extent in your schools, right? We are not going to emphasize heavily on SAT, but MAT is something which is very new to you all. So in that sense, we will try to more and more emphasize on MAT. Okay. So MAT is something which will cover good number of chapters. And when it comes to SAT, high weightage chapters in physics, chemistry, math, and biology, those will also be covered. So that is how we will do it. And every class will be online. Roshni, you have any doubts? You raised your hand, right?
No, sir, by mistake.
Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Screen sharing is stopping and starting. I'm doing it intentionally because whenever I want to present something, I share. Otherwise, I stop it. I want to face all of you and speak. That's why. So MAT and SAT, these are the two things. We will emphasize more on MAT, and SAT high weightage chapters we will do it. In case you need additional support for social studies, because the first round of SAT will be through it will contain syllabus from your state syllabus. So some of the CBSE students may not be familiar with the state syllabus textbook. Yes. You may not be very familiar with the state syllabus textbook. So what we can do is we can share you the recordings of social science, which you can watch at maybe 1.5 speed or 1.6 or 2 speed, etc. And that way, look at important chapters from social also. So that is something that we can do to help you with that. Is it possible to cover all the portions if we start now? Of course, no, but better late than never, right? Rather than just going and writing exam without going prepared, 1 month or 1.5 months of preparation will give a lot of difference. Every year we see that if children without preparation would have ended up getting 90 marks out of 200, etc. With 1 month of preparation, if not cross the cutoff. Last year, the cutoff for round 2 was 153 out of 200. But we have seen that they go close to the cutoff. They go 130, 140, etc. And some of them have cleared also with 1 month, 1.5 months. But what does it do to you all? It instills a lot of confidence to you. That is the main thing. You look at, okay, entire Karnataka is writing, the cutoff was 150, and I've started going closer there. And that will give you more confidence to prepare your higher order classes for your 11th and 12th, JE, NEET, KVPY, or anything else, CS, CA, whatever. Our 9th standard portions also included. Some chapters of physics, 9th standard portions are included, but not everything. Mathematics is more or less just 10th standard syllabus. Okay. All right. So that is how classes will be. Now I want, okay, sir, are there any possibilities that the questions might repeat from the last year NTSE papers? Yes, of course. NTSE papers, going through previous year papers will help a lot, because many questions do get repeated, if not directly, at least similar questions. They may just change the digits and give. So preparing from previous year papers will help you, do a lot of help to you. Yes. Now, what are the timings for these classes? That's something very important. And who are the teachers who will be handling you all? Who all will be handling classes for you all? Those two things we'll discuss. With regard to timings, we were thinking that most of the schools will have classes till 3 o'clock. Am I correct? Any students, any schools having classes beyond 3 o'clock, you can please
Not
send,
sir.
please send
Yes,
a,
sir.
what is the what is the time that your school ends?
4:10.
12:30.
No, after 3. Who are the schools after 3?
Sir, SVK the smart
4:10.
4:10.
Okay, JVVP. What is that school? JVVP? That is?
Sir, Jnana Vijnana Vidyapita.
Okay, until 5 daily, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, until 5. We were looking at 4:30 to 5:30 daily. That was something that was there in my mind. Janavi, is it every day until 5 that you have?
Yes, sir. Actually, our class starts from 2:10 till 5.
Oh, mornings they don't have any class.
No, sir.
Okay, okay.
You can keep it from 6 to 7.
Everyone is okay with 6 to 7?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Actually, the problem is the teacher who will be handling your classes for mental ability, he has other class between 6 to 8 many days. So we were looking at probably 4:30 to 5:30. JVVP students, can you check with your school for next 1 month if they can complete the classes by 4:30 at least? Is it possible for you all to check?
So 5 to 6.
5 to 6? Okay.
Yes, sir. 5 to 6 is okay, sir.
5 to 6 is fine.
Okay, sir, it is.
5 to 6. Okay. See, Anirudh was saying, can we do it a little early? I would also prefer a little early, because 4:30, if we start also, sometimes students will have some doubts. It may get extended. And if it goes, so at least we'll get some 10 minutes buffer, at least till 5:40 we can go. Something like that.
Sir, actually at 5 o'clock, from 4:20 to 5 o'clock, we have classes on Friday.
Which school this is?
Sir, SVK to Smart School.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sir, that's for only few students, sir.
Few students. Yes.
Language, they would have chosen different languages.
Languages.
For English
Okay.
students.
Yes, yes. Okay, Rishikesh is saying he has tuitions. So this was a great challenge for us. That's why I thought 4:30 to 5:30 or 4 to 5 would ensure that most of them will be available, and that was my whole thinking. Uh, of course, early morning we can always have between 7 to 8. Is that also okay with everyone? The other option?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
7 to 8. You'll be fresh. You can.
No, sir. DPS starts classes from 7 a.m.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
So you can keep in Saturday, Sundays like 2 hours.
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays. Right. Okay. So,
Sir, Saturday, Sunday, this time is okay, sir.
which one? Which one?
So now 2:30 to 3:30.
Saturday, Sunday, we can do it in the afternoons so
So
that
we have classes. Yes, sir.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, sir. We have jam-packed classes.
Saturday, Sunday, jam pack.
No, only on Saturday.
Only on Saturday we have,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, we'll do it every day, but I was looking at, SVK students have only Friday problem, right? 4:30 if we start classes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and JVVP students, can you check at least for next 3 weeks if we can do it between 4:30 to 5:30? This one.
Okay, sir, we'll try.
In case you are unable to something like that, then let me know. We'll revisit. But you request your teachers. You say that we are attending NTSE classes, which is beginning, because I was thinking that beyond 5:30
Yes,
there will be some students having some tuitions. Some of you would also go out to play. At least I was a football fan. I used to go and play daily. And thanks to lockdown, all of you can happily play. Yes or no? Yes. How many are playing outside today, these days?
No, sir.
No, really?
No, sir.
Not
Yes,
more, sir.
Yes,
not
sir.
more. Okay. So beyond 5:30, my legs would start helplessly going towards the football studs to wear and go and play. Okay, so
Sir, 4:30 to 5:30 is okay, sir.
yeah, so we'll freeze it at 4:30 to 5:30. Of course, in case JVVP students and others are not able to make it, please let me know. And we will also send every day the recordings of the classes on the group. So, of course, that doesn't mean that you don't participate in the class and watch the recordings. There's nothing as good as watching the video, being in the class directly, right? So try to make it every day without any gap. Participate in the class. And what do we expect from all of you? As I told, we expect utmost sincerity. Do the assignments properly, ask doubts, even if it is the silliest of silly doubts you can ask, because if you look at how India can become a superpower, how many of you want to make India the best country in the world?
I want to, sir.
Everyone, right? You can all raise your hands. We all want, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And if we want India to become the best country in the world, we want every one of you to be the most productive people. That means it is your responsibility. See, I was discussing with my uncle. My uncle has worked with RBI, Reserve Bank of India. He knows entire economics, how it works. For many years, he was working as a senior person. So I was telling him, as Arjunaa Academy, how can we ensure that India becomes the best country in the world? So he was telling me, what makes China very hugely, what can we say, powerful economic force? What do you think is the reason why India, with such population, is still not able to compete with China? China and India's population is quite similar. Yes. Why is China doing it? Why not India?
Sir, because in India, the dependency population is more, sir.
Not just that. The major thing is Indians
Unemployment, sir.
unemployment rather than unemployment. Problem with Indians is Indians, many a times we are little lazy to upskill ourselves. We have certain talents, but we want a easy way out. We try to do corruption, we try to do bribery, and we try to be unproductive. You look at Indian people, how many people are desperate to get a government job for only one purpose, that I can have a relaxed life. Nobody is thinking, how will I grow India as the best thing? They're all self-centered. But if you look at China also, they are self-centered. They also think that, okay, the population is too huge. I need to keep myself economically stable. Because there's huge population, there's going to be a lot of competition. And for me to have a healthy living, I'll upskill myself. I will increase my skills and contribute and become a self-employed person or entrepreneur. And in that way, I not only become self-sufficient, I also contribute to economic growth of the country. But in India, we see that many of us have talents, but we just want to sit and relax. We have to utilize our talent to produce. Why people are buying toys from China? Why in India we are not able to produce toys for 20 rupees? Why in India it's becoming 60 rupees? But in China they are producing it for 20 rupees, and all the Marwadis and others, they see that Indians can afford only 20, and therefore helplessly they are going and buying Chinese products. Why? Because in India we are not ready to upskill ourselves to make a competitive product. So same way, now what we want is, we want every one of you, we want India to become a superpower, and we want each one of you to not be lazy. Come out of the virtual world. Don't get yourself. See, I tell our students this only, that playing PUBG will give you some happiness, but think about how much happiness you'll get if you design a PUBG game. What do you feel? How will you feel if whole world is using your product? Will you not feel nice? Yes or no?
Feel
Very
happy.
happy.
Sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now what I want our teenagers to do is come out of the playing PUBG mentality and think of designing PUBG mentality. And still higher than designing PUBG is design something useful for yourself and for the world and for India. PUBG is not going to change lives, but if you design a life-saving mechanism, or a drug or anything like that, that will change worlds. That will make India a superpower. India should be recognized for having the most creative intelligentsia. And for any problem, they should look at, okay, this Indian is there, he's going to give us the solution. That should be the name that we have. So for that, you will have to start coming out of the virtual world and look at real life problems. Okay. In virtual world, we don't get the real life problems. Come out, go to your home, see. You look at your water purifier, see how much there is cheating and scope for improvement in that. Water purifier gets spoiled once in a year, and if you do not service it, it doesn't work. So think of making that product better. Give it a better quality. For 5 years, let there be no servicing. Think of designing such a product. And then, like Ambani, why Ambani's Jio is all famous? Because he gave a superior quality product at an inferior pricing. Same thing you do, and you yourself will become a billionaire, and also you will help India's economy to boost up. Others will start importing our products. Yes, we only when we export to others, we can see that more and more inflow of the resources will come. India should be recognized. So that's all in your hand. And from today on, I want all of our students to be a different person altogether. Be hungry to solve problems. Just like how you're hungry to finish one level in PUBG and go to the next level, Counter Strike, right? Now we'll have to be hungry to defeat all the problems. One by one, you look at a problem, try to analyze how to find solution to it, go to the next problem, go to the next problem, like that. Yes. Hope it was useful for all of you, whatever I spoke now. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I get this from all our students? This is why I entered teaching. I want our children to be motivated. Okay, they shouldn't become lazy bums. They should do wonderful things for society, for themselves, and India should become a superpower. That's our goal. Yes. How will NTSE help in gaining jobs? How? Obvious. If you become talented, You don't have to search for jobs. You don't have to be a job seeker. You can be a job provider. Okay. And of course, even as a job seeker, others will want to take you because you're so talented. It doesn't have to be in physics alone. It doesn't have to be in chemistry. You will just have to figure out what your talents are, and at the same time try to utilize your talents in the right way. All right, so that completes the first part. So what is the conclusion? We are going to freeze on timings 4:30 to 5:30. In case of doubts, it may get extended to some 5:30, 5:45 at most. Yes, we will cover high weightage chapters of mental ability, do some important chapters of SAT, especially physics, mathematics, chemistry, and biology. Social science, what help we will give you is we will send you video recordings of all the chapters of social science. Is that fine with everyone? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All
Sir,
right.
will it be of ICSE, CBSE or state, sir?
So NTSE, we are going to focus on CBSE syllabus because the second round is CBSE only. Now we do understand the similarity index is not 100%, meaning some chapters of CBSE 10th, ICSE students may have studied it in 9th, etc. So we will make sure that when we are covering some new chapters, we will give prerequisite synopsis to that chapter so that you have a smooth sailing and transition. It is not an abrupt thing for you. Okay. Hope that answers your concern. Yes.
Sir, I have a concern, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, why don't you teach live classes for social, sir?
Actually, I am doing that for our students who have enrolled between 7:30 to 8:30. I'm doing that, but it's a small crowd. Of course, if you want, you can also join. I'm not a social science teacher actually. I usually teach physics and math at Arjunaa Academy. But social, I thought, is something which is close to me because I want to help our students to become instruments of a wonderful contribution to society. So I started teaching with whatever knowledge I have. So I'll send you all the recordings. The reason why I want you to hear the recordings, not the live classes, because you have limited time now. Hearing the recordings means you can increase the speed and hear it. So you can save on time, etc. Hope that's okay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. What will be the frequency of the classes? Yeah, my friend wants to join these classes. Is it too late? No, it's okay. You can ask them to fill the Google forms. They can join. Frequency of classes, Monday to Friday, we will fix up 5 days a week. This 4:30 to 5:30. And Saturday, Sunday, maybe this Thursday, this we are starting our classes from Wednesday only, not tomorrow. Okay, we are not starting from Monday. I'll send it on chat to everybody so that there is no confusion. So what is the conclusion? Classes starts from this Wednesday. Okay, and timings on Monday to Friday. We have frozen it at 4:30 to 5:30. Okay. And Saturday, Sunday, how many of you feel that 7 days a week class is okay? Or should we do 6 days?
Sir, 6 days a week.
6 days, okay.
So 7 days.
7 days.
Sir, 7 days.
7 days, sir.
7 days.
7 days, okay.
7 days.
So for now, what we'll do, Sunday we'll freeze it. Maybe whatever time today we are having, right? We'll have little extended sessions. Probably Sunday, I will take classes between 2 p.m.
to 4.
2 p.m. to 3:30. Is that okay? Or
Yes,
everyone
sir.
is okay? Sunday,
yes.
every Sunday I will take class. I will take class between 2 to 3:30 p.m.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
Saturday we will not have any class. Okay, fine. So that is about NTSE. Then who are the other teachers who you will be seeing? Of course, I can proudly say Arjunaa Academy, we have many passionate teachers who have been with me and who are helping me. I'll just share their introductions to you all so that you can respect them and go for the classes with great enthusiasm. I'm sure you'll learn a lot of good things from them. Some of them I personally look at as role models when it comes to knowledge, enthusiasm, etc. I'm just opening the brochure of Arjunaa Academy. Okay, so yeah, physics recordings, I will send some of them, high weightage chapters part. And the good part is you can send your doubts to the teachers on WhatsApp. Okay, teachers will respond, and you can also send to me on WhatsApp. So these are some of the teachers. There are many more, but who will be handling classes for you all? Your mental ability, MAT, will be mostly handled by Anshul Tak. Okay. Yes, Anshul Tak, senior lecturer in mathematics. He's a mining engineer from NIT Surathkal, and I'm sure you will enjoy his classes very much. Sir's energy levels are so high that you'll feel as if he's sitting right next to you and teaching. Okay, and very friendly teacher. Many students, they just fall in love with Anshul sir's way of teaching. Very efficient teacher. He will cover most of your chapters of mental ability. So you'll be very happy with his thing. Now, when it comes to SAT, our senior teachers who handle the 11th, 12th integrated batches, they will come and teach you. Again, the team is a very nice team. Chemistry, 2 teachers will be handling classes whenever they do get some chapters for SAT. Manjunath sir, he's the head of department of chemistry. He's a BTech from NIT Surathkal, like Anshul sir. Anshul sir is from mining engineering and Manjunath sir is from mechanical engineering. He's again a walking encyclopedia in chemistry. So along with him, one Ashwati Pillai. Okay, she's a MSc chemistry from NIT Surathkal. So these are the 2 teachers who will be handling chemistry classes. If at all we give you sufficient classes, you may get both of them to teach you. Otherwise, one of them may teach you. Then mathematics, Pushpakar sir, he's the head of department of mathematics. In Arjunaa Academy, I can confidently say he is one of the most brainy teacher, extremely good in math. Yes, 6 students have raised their hands. Any things you would like to ask? Or okay, I think we had asked the question that time and you had raised the hand. Okay, so Pushpakar sir, he's a walking encyclopedia in mathematics. During his time, he secured a JEE state rank, not of 100. A 0 got typed extra. His state rank was 10. Okay, he's from Chhattisgarh, extremely brainy person. MTech gold medalist from NIT Surathkal. So he will handle few chapters of mathematics. And Chirag sir, he is again a young person who has achieved several things in his life. Chirag sir is the head of department of physics. And what are the things that he has achieved? Not much. He has been a part of ISRO, and you all heard Chandrayaan 2, right? ISRO's recent.
Yes, sir.
So Chirag sir was in the team that manufactured the wheels of the Vikram lander for Chandrayaan 2. Okay, so this is Chirag sir. He, at such an young age, he has accomplished this much working with ISRO. He did his bachelor's from Delhi Technological University. Although he had a chance to study at IIT, he wanted to do mechanical engineering. And during our times, we had only 7 IITs. And with All India rank 2500, you cannot do mechanical engineering at any IIT. 1700 All India rank was the last for mechanical engineering during our time. So although he got a JEE advanced rank of 2300 or something, he chose to do Delhi Technological University mechanical engineering there. Later on, got into IIST, Indian Institute of Space Science Technology, did his master's there, which is when he got in touch with ISRO. And currently he's a research scholar at IISc, along with being the head of Department of Physics at Arjunaa Academy. And he's also working on laser treatment to combat coronavirus. Okay, laser treatment. So he's working on medication, laser medication. Extremely brainy person. Those who want to go into research, want to do some innovation, etc., just talk to Chirag sir. He'll give you hundreds of things where you can put your mind to work. Okay, so that is about physics. Then biology, we have Mangal Gauri ma'am. Her photo is not here in the brochure. So she's going to be handling classes. Again, she's a very talented teacher, has a lot of experience in training kids for NTSE, and highly rated by all the students. Yes. So total, how many classes will we have? So we are going to start on Wednesday. Yes, so Wednesday is when we are going to start. That is December 9th. So every week we'll have 6 classes. But December 9th week we'll have only 4 classes. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. So we want to do this until Jan 14th, or when the Makara Sankranti comes. And after that, give you all some 3-4 mock tests. Okay. So that is our plan. So you'll have around 25 to 30 classes overall. So that's something that we had in mind about this one, about the teachers teaching. Yes, it will be on Zoom, not Google Meet. So just like today, it will be on Zoom. We'll share a recurring meeting ID every day. The same meeting link you can join. Okay, we'll create a recurring meeting ID. Join the same meeting ID.
So will it be the same meeting ID for all the subjects or different meeting IDs?
No, we'll keep the same one so that you don't have to worry about which ID I should log into every day. Okay, so we'll keep one only. All right. So now, with regarding your career and how Arjuna Academy can help you if you are a science aspirant. But first, let's look at career. So I was telling you how to make choice of your career. It's a very, very important thing. If you have a pen and paper, you can note down these 5 things that I'm going to tell. In fact, 6, I think. And later on, you can slowly introspect, analyze all these points, and make an informed choice about your career. Okay. So, yes, what time should we have to join for which one, Dheeraj? Which classes you're asking?
For this classes only, sir, Arjuna Academy.
I told you 4:30 to 5:30 on weekdays. On Sunday between 2 to 3:30.
Okay, sir.
Weekdays it is 4:30 to 5:30. And when are we beginning the classes? From Wednesday, not Monday. Okay, so from Wednesday. So in case any other your classmates who have enrolled for NTSE want some support, etc., tell them they have time till at least we want to close down that registration of Google Forms by Monday evening or Tuesday afternoon. So Wednesday onwards we can start off. So
can you please mention the timings in the group, sir?
I will. In the WhatsApp group, we'll give a summary of that again. Okay. So none of you forget it. All right. So please take a pen and paper and note down. These are 5 things that I want you all to seriously think before making choice about your career. Okay. So first one is of course interest. Now, when we tell interest, many a times children think interest is same as fascination. I've seen so many students who come to me telling, sir, I like to play computer games. I think I can become a software engineer or a animations engineer, etc. And I've seen students coming and telling me, I'm fond of KTM bikes. So I think I can become a good automobile engineer. And some parents tell, my child knows how to repair the bike by himself. So I think he can become a good mechanical engineer. Some say my child knows how to open the PCB board and repair things. So I think he can become a good electronics or electrical engineer. So many a times we have misconception about what our interests are and whether that career is going to suit me. So I tell them that if your child knows how to repair an automobile or repair a bike, he can become a good mechanic but not a mechanical engineer, because there's a vast difference between both. If your child knows how to open a PCB board, it is certainly going to help him to be a good electronics engineer, but is that enough to become an electronics engineer? No, that is a good skill for an electrician or an electronics service person, but not for an electronics engineer. So same with KTM bikes. If you're fond of riding it, you can ride it, but designing it is altogether a different ball game. So when it comes to interest, you'll have to back your interest. So first thing is interest. You should have liking to do that. But that liking should not be at a superficial level. So the second aspect is that interest must be backed up with knowledge. Knowledge. When we say knowledge, what does it mean? What is the knowledge that I have to have? The knowledge is, firstly, you should know if I'm becoming a good software engineer, if I say I want to be a software engineer, the first thing which I want our students to do is do a Google search, or ask your parents or your other relatives who are working in software on what they exactly do in the industry. The first thing I tell is, in software itself, there are so many subdivisions. Like, any of you can name one or two subdivisions in software engineering? What all domains are there in software engineering? Any idea, students?
Programming, testing.
Yes, good. Prarthana, I'm happy. Programming is one, then testing is one. Then
ERP. ERP.
What is it? What is it?
ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning.
Okay, resource planning. Okay, that's more into managerial side, and as well as architecture also you have. Okay, anything else? Yes, good. Mahesh, Madhvesh, thank you. Cyber security or network security. That's one part. Anything else? Database management. These days.
Maintenance.
Yeah, maintenance, database maintenance, management. Then computer architecture, microprocessor architecture. How to make the microprocessors faster, more efficient, like this. So there are many, many domains in software engineering. Now, what I want our students to do is Google up or meet different people working in software, get a bird's eye view of what they exactly do in the industry. You don't have to know how to code, but you should know what they do, why they sit in the office, and what are the problems that they are trying to solve. Are you getting my point? Yes. You should see whether those problems are the ones that excites you. You should be excited to solve similar problems. Okay. So that is the second part, knowledge. When it comes to knowledge, you will have to meet people. Your parents have a lot of contacts. Your relatives have. It's only that you need to open up and tell, Amma, this is my liking. Appa, this is my liking. I want you to take me to some people. And you also do a Google search parallelly. Find out what exactly happens. Like, many times we don't know. We think that software engineering means I don't need to know a lot of mathematics. There are some branches where you need to know a lot of mathematics to flourish in software engineering. For example, cyber security. All of us are very much aware, right? When we type our password, bank password, it is encrypted. Your WhatsApp chats are end-to-end encrypted. You see that, right? So yes, so that's security for us. Now, how do they do these security algorithms? That is based on mathematics, actually. That's based on what? Mathematics. So you have to ask your people who are working in cyber security, tell me, what are the different things that you do? What are the algorithms? How is it related to math? And then if you see you have a liking for mathematics, you have a liking to solve problems in cyber security, then making a choice in that field would help you, right? Otherwise, you'll just land up there and then realize, oh my God, I hate mathematics and now whole life I have to deal with it. Like that. So you should know what you're going to do in that industry. So that is one part of knowledge. The other part of knowledge is you should know which are the top institutes offering this course. And to get into that institute, what exam I need to prepare. Yes. And how many people write those exams and how many qualify. If I don't get there, what are the other options available? So that is also knowledge. So hope you are clear with this. The first is interest, next is knowledge. And the third thing, can I proceed? Any questions, students?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. So the third thing after interest and knowledge, the third one is skills. You may have interest in that field, but you need to have the skills also to flourish in that field. I'll give you my own example. I very soon understood my drawing skills are very poor. It was very difficult for me to look at a three-dimensional picture and visualize it on a two-dimensional paper. Even in my biology diagrams, I used to struggle a lot. I tried my best to improve my skill in drawing, but I found it was very difficult. And therefore, by 10th standard, I had realized that I will not be a good mechanical or civil engineer or interior architect, interior designer, etc. Because for that, you need to be very good in drawing. Now imagine the child doesn't know that for being a good mechanical engineer, I need to have a good drawing skill. He may end up making the choice of mechanical engineering at IIT because he didn't get computer science at IIT, and then struggle throughout life because he doesn't like drawing. Are you getting my point? Yes. So you should check whether I have the required skills. Somebody says, I want to be a good doctor. The first basic skill for a doctor is he or she should like to memorize things and keep it in memory. If he says, I don't like memorizing, I cannot write by heart the answers and write. That means he doesn't like to memorize. Now he will have to decide, or she will have to decide, whether I want to develop this skill or whether I do not want to develop. Some of them you can develop actually, some of them you can't. Just like memory skill, is it a skill that everyone can develop? Yes or no? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
To a large extent, yes. Why? Because I will give a proof to all of you. However bad you are in memorizing the answers, but when you look at what happens to you when you go to a movie theater, you watch a movie only once, yes? And one movie is like gigabytes of information. And after watching the movie, is your mother beating you on the head or slapping you and telling, try to recall what is the next scene? Mama, 1 minute, let me think. No, we don't do that. It comes just as a flow, right? We remember, we recollect everything. So everyone has that inherent memory skill. But why are some people able to, some people not able to? Because some people do not know the art of memorizing. Why are you able to recollect a movie? Who can tell me why you are able to recollect a movie but not 10 or 20 important lines in your textbook?
Because we observe it with our
We are
concentration.
more interested in seeing practically, sir.
Okay, one is interest in seeing practical. Okay, any other thing? Yes.
Continuous dedication.
Interested in that basic topic.
So we should give dedication, sir.
And dedication.
Comfortable language.
That's all true. But one major thing is here he has written, Anirudh, storyline, story form. Good. Yes, that is the key. See, our human brain can store things when there is a link between one thing to the other. Even if I don't take you to your theater, if I narrate the story also, you will be able to recollect because you see a connection between the next scene and the previous scene, right? So when a story format or when there is a link that is created, in computers also you have linked list. You have studied, right? Linked list, arrays, etc. Have you all heard such terms? Computer memory, linked list and all. You have not heard? Okay, some of you have heard. Okay. So when the links are created, then it's easy to recall things. But many people don't know that in order to memorize my chemistry and biology, I need to start creating the links for the chapter. In that chapter, I need to create my own storyline. What is the first thing that comes? After this, why this second concept is there? Then why third concept is discussed? You will have to identify the storyline for every chapter. Then you see how easy it is to recollect the chapter. So I'm just giving you one example, right? So for a doctor, you need to have good memory skill. Now you have to decide whether I can develop it or I don't want to develop it. Yes. Let's say your memory skills are poor. Somebody is about to die. You cannot tell him, just wait for 10 minutes. I'll look at the book and tell you what medicine to take. He's dead by then. Yes. Okay. Already Shrikar is laughing. Yes. Correct. So that's true. So each one. So I spoke on three things: interest, knowledge, and then skills. At least these three you remember and try to make your career decision according to these three. There are some things more. Maybe next Sunday when I discuss in the class, towards the end, I'll dedicate 5-10 minutes on other things that you need to. But for today, we'll stop at interest, knowledge, and skills. And now, last part I wanted to say was how Arjuna Academy can help if you're serious about science. Right? All of you know Arjuna Academy. We are a coaching institute catering to students from standard 8 up to standard 12. And one reason of doing these NTSE classes is to spread awareness, as I already said. And our form of marketing is way, way different from others. Unlike others, simply putting big brands, saying this many qualified, this happened, that happened. We always believe that let the students have an experience of how our classes will be. And once they see that, okay, this is a place where I can learn many exciting things, then if they wish to pursue their career in the field of science, and if they feel that Arjuna Academy will help them, then they can enroll. Of course, attending these free classes have no obligation to take admissions at Arjuna Academy. Even if you do not take admissions, we will still be giving the free classes for all the students, because that is our commitment to the student community, to the nation. But if you say that, okay, I want to be in touch with Arjuna Academy for 11th and 12th, I want to learn under them, then what are the opportunities available? Where are we put up? All that I wanted to speak in short. Okay, so in the write-up document itself, which I'll be sharing on the group, these are some of the places where we have our integrated batches at yes. So regarding the further procedures for admissions, all that, whoever is interested, maybe Chaya madam is there. She is our student counselor. You can contact her. Her phone number is shared on the group that way. So where are our batches present? We have our integrated batches at Vijayanagar. Vijayanagar, we have our own center very close to the metro station. It is, we have a PUC integrated batch. So students who enroll at Vijayanagar, 5 days in a week, we will do classes at Vijayanagar. And 1 day in a week, we will take them to Vijayanagar. I forgot to tell you, we have both PUC as well as CBSE integrated batches. So PUC integrated batches at Vijayanagar, we have at Vedanta, we are tied up to Vedanta PU College. So whether it is PU or CBSE integrated batch, 5 days they will stay in our campus. 1 day they will go to the respective college to complete their lab and languages. So they will go to Vedanta College, the state board students, and CBSE students will go to VSS College to complete their labs as well as the language. So that is how we have the integrated batch at Vijayanagar. Then at National Public School Kengeri, we have a CBSE integrated batch. So those who take admission at NPS Kengeri, all the 6 days they'll go to Kengeri, NPS Kengeri. We will cover their board syllabus and the competitive training, and only the lab and languages will be handled by the faculty of NPS Kengeri. VSS International School, this is located near Bangalore University, Ullal, that road, right? Close to Ullal Road. Nagdevanahalli. There we have another CBSE integrated batch. And BGS Public School, which is located on the Vishnuvardhan Road. When you go from Muttarahalli to Kengeri, you see that BGS hospitals, right? In that same Health City campus, there is a PU college as well as a CBSE 11th and 12th batch. So we have at BGS both CBSE integrated batch and state board integrated batch. Students who take admission there all 6 days, they will be trained by Arjunaa Academy there. Then those who are towards Bangalore North, we have our tie-up at Mother Teresa PU College, which is located near Bell Circle. There we just have a PUC integrated, state board integrated batch. So in case some students of Bangalore North would like to continue in CBSE, we do not have that option for the integrated batch. But they can, any student who is not in any of these regions, they are very far from these places, but they would like to be connected to Arjunaa Academy in 11th and 12th. We also have live digital classes for them. Like somebody from Bangalore North says, I want to have a CBSE integrated batch. That is not there in Bangalore North, but you can enroll for our digital live classes where JEE NEET training will happen in the evenings every day. That way. So these are the places. Why did I tell this? It is just because these days education has become such a marketing thing that from August, September or October, people start calling students for admissions. So my suggestion is you can have an experience of Arjunaa Academy teaching, and if you feel that you like to get trained for the next 2 years also here, then wait till you make the admissions elsewhere. And if you like here, then you can continue with us, and else we will still be trying to do justice for the NTSE classes and wishing you all the best that way. So how is Arjunaa Academy different? Our more than me speaking, I'm sure that our teaching itself will tell you. But one major difference from Arjunaa Academy compared to our other institutes is all our teachers are from very reputed institutes like IITs, IASC, etc. And they're all youngsters. The brochure you can go through, the website you can go through. You will see that most of them are very young. They're very energetic, enthusiastic, and they understand the needs of the student, and they're very friendly. Okay, and extremely accessible. If you read our Google reviews, you'll see that personal attention is something we try to give. Whenever children ask doubts, we ensure that we respond on WhatsApp. We keep their doubts answered as quickly as possible, etc. So these are some of the things that Arjunaa Academy can help and offer. Now, towards the end, I'll just play one small video and then we'll take up question and answers. This video is a little insight on what Arjunaa Academy is. Okay, it's a 2-minute video, one 2-minute video, and then we have another 3.5-minute video. So yes, every day you have to log in at least 3-4 minutes before. You may be made to stay in the waiting room, but please join early, don't join late for the classes. Of course, if there are some classes before our class, it is understandable, you may get late, but try to join at the earliest. Yes, discipline is extremely important. Okay, so So this is one, and then we have the other video which I wanted to show on those students who have flourished at Arjunaa and come up with extremely flying colors. One student is from Sindhi Hebbal. He's not here in the video. He's at IIT Kharagpur. Abhinav, one of our brilliant students. He's there on the brochure. So if you look at those who have achieved, so this person, Abhinav, is from Sindhi Hebbal. He's at IIT Kharagpur. Then from Shanti Niketan, I think there are some students of Shanti Niketan also here. This girl is your senior, Prahara Jeepsita. She is again in IIT Kharagpur. Then there are many students who are at NIT, etc. Each one has one special quality, what made them achieve great heights. So we'll see what made them successful and how Arjunaa Academy helped them in this small video. And then we'll take up question and answers if you have any. Okay.
My CET rank was 57. I'm now studying in RV College, Bangalore, computer science.
I got 920. My MS Rama Institute of Technology, Computer Science Department. 181. RV College, Computer Science.
I got a rank of 3,404 in JEE Mains, 104 in CET, and 6,154 in JEE Advanced.
CET rank 118. JEE Mains rank 5,942. Advanced rank 15,742.
CET engineering rank 81. ಮತ್ತೆ JEE Mains All India rank 15,719. JEE Advanced 14,382. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 584 out of 600. BC Physics 99, Chemistry 100, Maths 100.
CET rank was 482, and I qualified the JEE Advanced exam, which is considered to be the toughest exam in the country, and I've even qualified JEE Mains, of course.
CET 419, 419, and JEE All India rank 15,405, and NEET state rank 770.
So that student Chirag is a very special person. He got into NITK as well as in medicine, and now he's in Hassan Medical College. Okay.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಇದು ಮೋಟೋ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಅದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾತ್ರಿ 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಸರ್. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಲು ಆ JEE ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು. 2 ಇಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸೇರಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಿದ್ವಿ. ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿನ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ 100% ಇದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ 100% ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು.
The teachers there are very supporting, like they respond to my doubts at any time in a day. So I think that's the plus point of Arjunaa.
ಟ್ರಿಪಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಮೇಜರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ತರನೇ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಟೀಚರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಗೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಂಗೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬಹಳ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ತರನೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಭಾಳ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮನೇಲಿ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಭಾಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಮತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅದು ಭಾಳ ಇತ್ತು.
So the right question according to me would be, what is the thing that I did not like about it? Because there's nothing that is not good about Arjunaa Academy. Not only do they teach about the academics part, they also give us moral values, and they also include something called chanting. Now by chanting of the mantras, what happens is the concentration power increases. Especially for me, it helped a lot. I used to chant every day in the morning, and by that my concentration power every day in the classroom was like it increased at least 10-fold. So it's a good way of learning more.
ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟೆಡ್. ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಯಂಗ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಟೈಮ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮನೆ ಅಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸುಮಾರು ಸತಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ 8 ಗಂಟೆ 9 ಗಂಟೆ ತನಕ ಡೌಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಸರ್. ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನೇ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರು ತಕ್ಷಣ ಈಗ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳ್ಸೋರು ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Personal attention that you gave was good. That was also fine. So yeah.
Faculty was pretty good. The teaching and all was very good. We were having exams every week, so it was going good.
Just I'll tell you, do whatever they say. Just blindly do it. Don't question, don't argue, don't ask yourself. You might feel that's so stupid, but just do it. It's all
Halfway through, you just need to put your effort in that.
The teachers were very supporting, they were encouraging, they would approach us whenever we needed help. Even if we didn't, they would come and ask by themselves. So
Okay, so this way, so you can see that, and I'm sure we'll have a wonderful experience. I think the meeting is scheduled to end at 4. In case it ends, then we may have to take up this one. But I thought I'll pause for now. Thank you for your patient hearing. Any questions, students, or shall we end and we'll wait for Wednesday to start off our intellectual experience and adventure? Yes. Any questions from student side or parents? Anything you would like to ask? Okay, when the MAT exams will be held, MAT and SAT both will happen on January 23rd or 24th, whatever is the date, right? So what is the schedule to start at first? Is it SAT or MAT? First we'll start with MAT. On Sundays, I'll take up some chapters of physics, probably, or first, our focus will be on high weightage math chapters. We'll start with math, mental ability, because that's something that none of you have ever studied in school. So it will be like a common platform for everybody, whether it is CBSE, ICSE, etc. Yes, Pranav, correct. It is going to be MCQs. The test is going to be MCQs only. Which subject are you going to take for us? As I said, I usually take physics and mathematics, and sometimes chemistry also, whatever doubts are there. But I thought I will take 1 or 2 chapters of physics and social recordings that I will send you. Whatever little knowledge I have, I'm trying to do it in the social classes. It may help you also. Okay. Okay. So fine. I'm sure we'll have a lot of experience. And in my classes, in Chirag sir's classes, Pushpakar sir, Anshul sir's classes, Ashwati ma'am, we are going to poke you, not to show that you do not know, but we want to probe and poke you to start thinking and start arriving at the correct answer. Our joy is when we probe you, you yourself should arrive at the correct answer. That is how we are going to keep our classes. Weekly tests we may not have. Towards the end, we will have some full syllabus mock tests, Nidhi. Is that okay? All right. So thank you very much. I will share the recording of the video in case any of your friends could not meet, be present for the meeting. Please tell them to watch the video recording. You all enjoyed the session. I don't want our other students to miss out also. Please inform them that it was helpful. Let them watch the video. Should we maintain a book? Yes. I told you one of our Sindhi high school students, Abhinav, he's at IIT Kharagpur. If you ask me what is that quality which made him get to IIT Kharagpur, he was so systematic with his notes. Many a times I would teach some tough problem, and after 2 months, when I would redo the same problem, 99% of the class would say, "Sir, it's a new problem, looks very exciting." But this Abhinav, because he had such structured notes and he would regularly revise it, he used to immediately say, "Sir, this is not a new problem. You had solved the same problem some 3 months ago." So that's the benefit of having a good notebook. Yes. Abhinav was like that. Yes, Shrikar, he was like that. In WhatsApp, will we send notes? No, we will. How our classes will be is we will have our screen shared, and on the screen we'll write on the stylus. So you'll get like a blackboard experience. You will see that we are writing on the whiteboard. As and when we are writing down, you can also parallelly open your notebook and note down things. Yes, we will not send a separate notes as such. Is that clear, Dheeraj? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So That's it from my side. Thank you. We'll meet on Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, how will send the recordings, sir?
I'll send it on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The group will have all the data for you. Thank you, students. Yes, in case there are some parents, thank you for your patient hearing also. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Srikar is also applauding.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Thanks. Bye, everyone. I log out now. All right.